Well, good morning. We have, like usual, quite the to-do list today, which is good and fun. But it is beautiful outside, and we're just going to have a fun summer day. We've got some big plans, some fun things to make. We are going to start off. I have some focaccia dough right here, which I've actually never made focaccia, and I was not planning on doing that today. I was planning on making a few different types of sourdough bread, but then I realized this morning that I'm out of blueberries, and that's one of the inclusions that we like and what I was hoping to make. So that will wait, but I had a leaven ready, so I thought maybe some focaccia would be good. So I'm just going to do a quick coil and fold, and because I started that earlier this morning before chores, and now we're going to have some breakfast, which I'm out of bread. So we're going to have some smoothie. Got some strawberries, raspberries, banana, milk. I'm out of yogurt. Need to make more yogurt. But make that and some eggs, and we'll eat and get started with the rest of our plans. Okay, so the plan is to make homemade s'mores. So I'm not going to make homemade chocolate, although that would be really cool, and I think you can actually do that. But for today, I'm just going to make some homemade marshmallows and homemade graham crackers, which should be really fun. So I'm going to start off with the homemade marshmallows, and I've got a cup of water here, and I'm going to put half of that in this bowl. A little more. And half of it in a pan. And I've got this bovine gelatin. I'm going to put a third of a cup. I'm just going to put that in there. We'll probably mix that up actually. And I'm going to be using mostly maple syrup. So you can use honey or maple syrup. Pour that in. And I'll probably top it off with honey. Personally, we kind of like maple syrup a little more as a sweetener than honey. So that is why I'm using it, in case it kind of gives a more honey flavor. That is why I'm going to use maple syrup instead. But Mm-hmm. You want a lick of honey? Mmm. I'll pour that in with the other half a cup of water. Go get a spoon if you want some honey. So the gelatin water is going to sit and bloom while I heat this on the stove. Thank you. That's a big spoon. I'll heat this on the stove until it reaches about 240. Is that hot? Hoping I didn't whip these too long. Starting to think I did. Oh no. Okay, well those did not turn out quite as planned. They still taste good, but yeah, they're definitely like not soft and fluffy like I'm going for. So I'm gonna give it another go after we eat lunch and hopefully they turn out a little bit better. But first, I'm going to deal with the focaccia. A little olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Spread it around. If you have made focaccia before, tell me in the comments what are some of your favorite toppings. I'm hoping to put some rosemary on top and maybe even some tomatoes and some flaky sea salt. We will see what I can find later, but that is my plan. But yeah, if you have some favorite toppings, please let me know what they are. Let's see if I can get it to, I think it's good enough. You can definitely do a cold ferment with these in the fridge, but I'm going to do it today. Just leave it on the counter so that way we can have it for supper tonight. So let's hope this turns out. Okay, so we ate lunch and we're actually gonna take a little outside break. Hopefully they'll go down for naps, or at least one will. And then we will try to do with the marshmallows again and see what we can do. But for now, we're gonna enjoy the sunshine. Can you blow through it? There you go. So I apparently forgot to put my mic on. So I will tell you what I was trying to say, and that is a couple things I did different this time was I heated it up just to like 137-ish, and I also did not whip it as long. I had it on a little lower so I would make sure not to over whip it. Now we will see if that is enough. It did set up, but those are the things that I did differently. Well, I am very glad that this batch looks like it turned out a much better. It is already setting up, so that is great. I am hopeful that they will be really good, and the leftover batter or whatever you want to call it is much better than the first batch. So very glad that it turned out because I did not want to make another batch. But that is good. Now we can get started on the graham crackers. So I'm going to be using fresh milled flour for the graham crackers. It is 400 grams of soft white wheat. So let's see if I have enough of it up here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go downstairs and refill my container. Yeah, probably going to have to do that. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, we are going to start over here. So, let's refill. Well, the focaccia dough is looking very soft, jiggly, bubbly, all the great sourdough proof type of things. Oh yeah. So, I'm going to drizzle some olive oil. And I'm going to just dimple it. Oop. We need some more olive oil. There we go. So we went and got some herbs. I got a mix of them, some oregano, rosemary, and a little bit of sage. And we also picked our first two, I actually had three. I had one for lunch, but tomatoes out of the garden. So that was a fun surprise last night. So I am just going to drizzle or spread these out. I'm going to also cut some of these and put them in there. Let's see. Put those in there. And I'm going to just sprinkle it with this coarse sea salt. I don't know how to. Okay. Put that in the oven. Here, can I get the focaccia out?
What is that?
Oh, that looks good, don't it? It's focaccia or something like that.
Mama, did you get these out?
Okay, our graham cracker dough is ready to be rolled out. Out. It's not sticky, but we'll see if it works with the. There we go. We don't want too much flour, honey. I'm gonna roll these out real thin, and then I'll probably try to do mostly squares for s'mores and also just a little bit easier. But we do have some. I got some old cookie cutters at a thrift stop, so we might try some fun designs for the kids. So Okay, you guys. You don't want to keep using up too much. You cannot the elephant's trunk, but oh, good job. Now I lift up. Hey. So it is time to get started on supper, and it's be kind of a garden meal tonight. I have some yellow squash. These are actually from my mother-in-law's garden because we kind of, if she grows them, we don't need to because one plant is plenty enough. So we're gonna try some stuffed squash. So I'm gonna put these in some hot water. They all fit. And I'm going to put some hamburger and some rice, kind of a mixture like that. And once those are done boiling and softened, cut them in half, scoop them out, stuff them, bake them in the oven, and hopefully they turn out with a side of focaccia. So let's get to it. So while the marshmallows did set up in the pan, when we went to try and roast them over the fire, they started to just melt instead of catch on fire and get crispy. So apparently it wasn't quite completely right. We will have to try again, but it was a fun experiment and they still taste delicious. And they tasted really good in hot chocolate, but we will have to try again another time. But they were a fun experiment for us and we still enjoyed them. But thanks for following along today. I hope you found some inspiration for some summer food ideas that you could be making and enjoying this summer. And until next time, bye friends.
More marshmallow?